Oh, wait,
no,
hold on.
wait.
Oh, almost.
Come here.
Wait,
Almost.
wait. I'm over here. Hold on. Wait. Yeah.
Almost.
Hey, look at who's back. It's Drinkin Buddies. We hadn't done this in a bit. The little sitcom thing didn't seem like y'all have dug, and we know it's awful, but we're going to try and make it better. So, but here we are back doing this. This is going to be episodes, I think, 32 and 33.
I believe so.
I lost count. I don't know. We've been doing this for a little while, but we took a long ass break. So, anywho, what these next two episodes are going to be are two that probably going to be a little short unless we get off on some ridiculous tangents. But we're going to do a couple of beer reviews, and I'm real excited to do these because I've been looking for these beers for a while. Also, we have Jacob with us for these two episodes, and probably for a lot of stuff moving forward. So y'all be seeing a lot more of this cat too. So I got my frosty mug that's starting to get a little less frosty, so let's get right to it. What we're going to try today, ladies and gentlemen, is something I've been looking forward to for a long, long time. This is Asahi Black. This is a direct import from Japan. Some people may be familiar with Asahi already. We get Asahi here. Pretty much all over the States as far as I'm aware, and it's really good. But I heard they made this black, and I've seen it on a few restaurant menus, and no one's ever got it. So I am super curious to try this, so we're going to try this shit out. And I forgot a bottle opener, but I always got my trusty lighter.
And beers too, sir, you found that where?
At a little Japanese market called Mitsuwa. And actually, I'm going to pour y'all's first, and then I'll pour the rest. Ooh. Don't want you drinking boo-boo. There's some dust in there. Let's not contaminate the beer. Check yours.
Penicillin never hurt anybody.
You know...
That's actually okay.
Wow, this is really dark
Holy
looking.
shit.
It pours like coffee. It really does. It pours like coffee. It smells nothing like coffee, but it certainly pours like coffee. It is that is rather dark. That's interesting. So we're gonna set this guy right here. All right, bottoms up, gents. Well, not bottoms up, I guess, unless you just want to. I'm gonna sip on mine.
Oh,
Cheers. Yeah. All right. That almost tastes like if you mixed a Budweiser and a Corona Familiar.
Mm-hmm. And Familiar I know very well.
I mean, what do y'all think? What does it taste like to y'all?
Yeah, I'm definitely tasting that same thing, and Familiar I am very familiar with.
I don't know. What do you think?
No, I do taste the bud. I haven't had Familiar though.
It's got kind of a beechwood.
Yeah,
Like-
for sure.
Interesting aftertaste.
Yeah, Budweiser's beechwood aged, and this kind of has that same flavor to it.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely smooth going down, for sure. Definitely smooth going down.
Yeah,
Lovely
it's
smell.
surprising. Yeah, it doesn't really have a smell of any kind. So, label: Asahi Breweries Limited, Super Dry Asahi Dry Black. Oh, it got the same thing on it as the regular Asahi beer labels. Asahi beer is brewed from quality ingredients by using our pure cultured yeast. Asahi beer, and our advanced brewing techniques. Asahi beer has excellent richness, truly refreshing drinkability, and satin smoothness. You can enjoy the great taste. 5.5% alcohol by volume, so it's a little more potent than, say, a Corona or a Dos Equis.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't taste, you can't, there's not that alcohol-y taste.
Mm-hmm.
It,
Extremely smooth.
yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't say it's
yeah.
so rich, because it's not very heavy. It's very, very light, but it doesn't taste like a light beer.
No.
Mm.
Smooth like one though.
Mm-hmm. That's really good.
The
problem is, here in Texas anyway, that was $20 for a 6-pack. So it's a little pricey, but the regular Asahi beer that you get in the store, I'll have to get some and read the label again, but it's I think it's from California somewhere. Like it's made in a brewery in California somewhere that's overseen by Asahi. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, two places.
This, unlike the regular Asahi, which says it comes from California, or it was brewed in California, this one says product of Japan. This is a direct import, so I can understand having to pay a bit more for it.
If I remember correctly, I think Asahi's in two places. One in Cali, and I think the other is somewhere in Wisconsin.
Oh no, but I'm gonna start using a line from the character Connie in Big Mouth. Jujule it. I'm not gonna explain that. Go watch Big Mouth and you'll find Jujule it in season 3. Google is no more. Jujule is forever. Yes, Jujule it. All right, so that's really good. What have you got in the bag over there, Pud?
Let's see. Let's look in the old goody beer bag here.
Grab one of my nice ones.
I was gonna say, let's split another one. I just thought of one other thing I'd like to have a short conversation about.
Let's see, goodie bag here. I have Sam Adams and Tempest.
I'm gonna bitch at you on film. Don't rip that open. I gave you that fancy cooler bag. Don't rip it open. Unzip it. Don't be an animal.
I unzipped it, you bastard.
No, you didn't. You pulled it open, you fucktard. All right.
There we go. Liquid gold.
Jesus. All right. Zip the bag back up so the shit stays cold. Retad. Yeah, we're not politically correct. Go fuck yourself. If you don't like it, stop watching. I don't give a fuck. All right. So, let me pour a little bit of this for everybody. And I would like to have, like I said, a short conversation about a topic that just popped into my head that I know we can all discuss.
Which would be, sir?
You'll find out.
You'll find out.
Damn, ho.
Patience, Kimosabi.
You need to finish that, hooker. I'm not mixing the two. That's awful.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug.
I mean, if you don't want to, that's fine. Me and Jacob can just split this temptress. That's fine.
Sounds good to me.
Don't make me smack you on camera.
It is his beer. If he tells you you get none, then you pretty much get none. So I'm just saying.
What did I tell you at the house? No touching the temperatures.
Bitch.
I know that very well.
So no touchy.
All right.
It's already in the cup.
Lakewood Temptress, Lakewood Brewing Company in Garland, Texas. Awesome stuff. Lakewood Temptress is, we've covered it before. It's an extremely sweet, chocolatey, vanilla-y milk stout. 9.1% alcohol by volume. It's fucking delicious.
And speaking of which, we need to take him there at some point.
Yeah.
All in due time.
Money is a thing. So anyway, I have all but given up watching wrestling these days. I obviously still watch Brock Lesnar appearances. I watched the Goldberg stuff when he came back the last couple times. Not going to get into all that. Maybe in a different episode I'll talk about that. But what I do want to go over is last night's premiere of Smackdown on Fox. I don't care about the rest of the show. The Rock opening thing was the Rock opening thing. Who gives a shit? I understand what WWE's trying to do because they're in a precarious position with this Fox deal. Like they gotta make it. Like they can't be having shitty SmackDown numbers like they've been having for a long time. But what I want to talk about real quick is how much I loved the Brock Lesnar Kofi match. I said so. I wasn't gonna watch it last night. I was at band practice, and we kind of took a break around 8:30. And I was like, you know what? Surely there is a way I can watch Fox live right now on my phone. It's 2019. Got to be a thing. Sure enough, there's an app called Fox Now. Requires a cable provider sign in, so if you have cut the cord, I'm not sure how you would do it. I'm sure there's also a way to do it, but I don't know what that is. So I logged in, and sure enough, there was SmackDown. Pulled it up. It was Roman Reigns and something. And I was like, boo, don't care. Turned it off. I'm like, but I want to see this Brock Lesnar thing. So I pull it back up at 8:48, something like that. And I pulled it up just in time to hear dun, 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 dun. And I was like, hey, perfect timing. All right. And my guitar player, PLW, he's like, oh, that's the match. And I was like, yeah. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. And he's like, well, cool. By the time you get back, we'll be able to watch the match. I was like, yeah, I'm going to take, I'll be right back. I hadn't even lit my cigarette. I walked less than 10 feet.
Ding, ding, ding.
Less than 10 feet out the door, pulled the cigarette out of the pack, pulled the lighter out, put the cigarette in my mouth, and the whole time I'm watching, and as I went to light the lighter, it was over.
Mm-hmm.
I ran back inside. Waylon! He goes, what? And then he heard the dun 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 for the second time. He's like, oh my god, is it over already?
7 seconds.
Yeah, bitch, it's fucking
7
over.
second
I
match.
said, surely they'll replay the entire thing, and they did.
Mm.
So he got to see it. But oh my god, I couldn't, like I said beforehand, I said this had better be quick. Boy, was I surprised.
Like I said,
Flex City.
No.
F5 done.
Kofi runs, jumps, caught, F5, 1, 2, 3. I was like, motherfucker. Yes. Yes. But then I was like, wait a minute. Why did they do that? And Brock was still like, if it had been a 1, 2, 3, grab the title, pace, yeah, and then leave,
Yeah.
I'd have been satisfied. He's still in the ring. I'm like, why? Why is he still in the ring? What's about to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Then Rey Mysterio's music comes on.
Arm in
And I'm
a
like,
sling.
and I'm like, what in the fuck is Rey Mysterio about to do? And I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna bring his son out. But I'm like, why would he do that? They just gonna both get whooped again. What's
they
about
did
to
on
happen?
Raw.
What's about to happen? And then who comes out with Rey? Cain Velasquez. Only man to beat Lesnar in a title match.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
No, one of two. Sorry. One of two. The other one was who? I forget. I'd have to look that up. There was somebody else.
Remember,
beat him. I can't
Lesnar did lose 3 matches. He did lose 3 fights in a row when he first came
Yeah,
in.
but only
but,
2 people beat him for a title.
Velasquez beat him horribly.
Yeah.
Velasquez beat him up pretty bad. So, and I had read some things here and there about Cain Velasquez thinking about signing. So that means something's been done. Now he's still saying he's not signed. I doubt it. I think that's a lie. I think he is signed to a deal, which is why they finally brought him out.
Mm-hmm. Because if he hadn't signed, why else would he have debuted last night?
Well, yeah, because they got to have shit contractually worked out. Because Dana White could turn around if he wanted to, if he was still under contract with him, and go, yo, what the fuck are you doing over here?
Well, the one thing I did notice with him last night when he came out, he had his right knee was in a brace.
Because he apparently has been suffering from like some torn ligaments or something. He's about to have surgery on or something like that.
So he's probably going to be out for a while any damn way.
Don't know. Don't know. Because he's already been doing wrestling stuff. A lot of people don't know this. He's been down in AAA and a couple of other promotions doing some small stuff. Because he tried out for WWE in 2018.
That's right.
And they're like, yeah, almost, but we'd love to have you. Maybe you go work on that and whatever. And he started gaining some popularity in some of the other indie promotions. And then they came back and went, all right, now you look like you're ready for the big time. Because they want him for sure. Ronda Rousey was successful. She brought new eyes to the table. He's going to as well, or at least that's the hope. And I assume he'll bring some new eyes to the table. I gotta believe he will.
Now,
So
I will say the new set that they debuted last night, I'm not liking.
I don't give a fuck about it. I mean, y'all. I'll give y'all a few minutes to talk about that shit here in a second. But what I wanted to get to was, and I know I dragged that out. I loved what they did with the match because I think that should have been a squash regardless. I mean, maybe give him a few moves in, like, oh, there's hope for 5 seconds, and then, no, because I like it's kind of like the predator playing with its prey, like, oh, here you can get away. No, well, I mean, I like seeing shit like that because I'm a demented motherfucker. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, if they give let me get to the point. I think if they do what they're trying to point this in the direction of and they give Velasquez a win over Lesnar for a title that fast, he's going to fizzle out faster than anybody can imagine. I think they should have Brock beat him. Not just because I'm a Brock fan and I don't give two shits about Cain Velasquez. Well, that would be a better story of redemption for Lesnar, even though what they're trying to do is build Velasquez as a face to
Yeah.
I see what they're doing, but I think if they go that route and they put him over on Lesnar that fast,
He's gonna fizzle quick.
it's good. Yeah, you're gonna waste him. You're gonna fucking waste him. They were smarter with Rousey in that they made her go a little while before really. I mean, you knew she was getting a title as soon as they felt like giving her one. Like, and it's gonna be the same thing with Cain Velasquez. It's gonna be that way. We all know it. Just like the Roman Reigns thing. We can kick and scream all we want, but it's gonna happen.
Now, what did you think when the fans were chanting, "Let them fight"?
Oh, I know they should have, but they're not gonna. That's not how they do. It's too predictable, which is why I quit fucking watching. Generally speaking.
And one other
No,
thing,
they weren't gonna do that.
and one thing. Now I read this in an article, but apparently after SmackDown went off the air last night, and there was no dark match, and Taker and Austin didn't appear. Apparently, everyone in the crowd started chanting
For AEW, yeah. Well, and like I said, they're gonna have to step that shit the fuck up. They can't keep relying on calling back old schoolers. It's not gonna work forever. It might work in Saudi Arabia for a while longer, but not here.
Nope.
Yes.
Did you watch AEW?
No.
The debut?
I don't care enough to. To me, AEW is just a modern day WCW. There are a lot more indie guys being prominently featured in AEW than there was in WCW. But they're still playing the cash cow game of ex-WWE employees that WCW did. They're not outwardly trying to steal them yet, although I guess you could kind of look at it that way because there are several who were coming up on contracts recently and they were like, here's money, come here, which is the same thing WCW. So I firmly believe they're going to go along that same route, just like fucking TNA did. Only TNA's still there, but man, they ain't what they thought they were.
And them out.
Well, and the funny thing is,
I think AEW's going to do the same thing. They're going to run out of money because they're going to hand out more than they're making back. They might make it back for a little bit, but it's going to get stale. We'll see. I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't know. I'm more out of touch with wrestling now than I've ever been in my entire life. But
this is what you and I can get to.
I don't see anybody being able to endure and surpass McMahon. He's had too long at the top. If you think he's going to just let anyone slide up in there, you're out of your fucking mind. They're going to have to fight and earn it. And I just think the standing name of WWE is too much to outlast. It's just the tenure of the company as a whole. I don't think anyone's going to be able to come up and beat it. They might be able to hang a little.
And this is where you and I, Jacob, were talking a couple of nights ago, and you and I both agree that as far as AEW goes, they went back to how it used to be in the Attitude Era. Is what they've done.
Look how Moxley did.
Yep. And then Nyla Rose powerbombing, which I believe now I think that was Yoshitatsu.
Well, and I've been saying for a while now that I think WWE needs to drop the PG thing. The problem is I can see it from the other side. From a business standpoint, with the world we live in today, it's too risky.
Yeah.
They got somebody as close and risky as The Fiend.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't call that risky though.
But they're going dark and demented.
Sort of, but it's not any different than. To me, it's almost comical how they're trying so hard. Like I see they're trying to go that. I see they're trying to make it scary, but to me, it's comical. I look at that and I'm like, someone doodled on a clown mask. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
they're trying too hard. How can I put this? They're trying too hard to push an envelope that they're not going to break out of anyway. Yeah. Like, you're trying. I don't know. I can't think of a better way to explain it. Like, if you're not trying to escape the envelope, then why push it?
Yeah. Oh, and the thing that gets me is like as much because of the society we live in. You know, and pretty much every woman out there like, well, we can do everything a man can do. Well, if that's the case, especially in that industry, go out and wrestle a dude. Case in point, Lucha Underground, when it ran.
I don't understand why to you that's a big thing, because you go to that every time. Why is that such a big deal to you that chicks wrestle dudes?
Well, because it goes back to the whole women, this whole, women
No, it doesn't. No,
you can do
no.
anything a man can do.
It doesn't. They can do it with each other without a man. That's their point. So what you're saying is something that you personally want to see. What I'm asking is, why is that so important to you?
So you basically want another China.
To a certain extent, yes.
Sort of, but not looking like China. Like,
Yeah.
I answer the question though. Why is it so important to you that the women wrestle the men? To you personally.
Well, again, it's the China thing. What minus being ripped and shit. Minus that.
I think I need to start a new show called Private Therapy Sessions You Never Thought You Would Hear, because I think Pud's got some shit in there that he ain't gonna say on this show, and I don't really want him to. No, shush, we're moving on. I don't want him to say them on this show. So we're gonna stop that conversation right there. Anyway, so Asahi Black is fucking delicious.
Smooth.
If you can find it in your local store, it is worth it. Like I said, it was here in Texas. It was $19.99 plus tax, which here in Texas it's 8.25%. So it was $22-ish
Some change.
after tax. If you can find it, it's well worth the money. It is a very drinkable beer. I wouldn't say it's an everyday drinker like most people would with lagers or IPAs. But you can have a couple back to back and not feel shitty about yourself or shitty in general. So it's delicious. I highly recommend it. The premiere of Smackdown on Fox. WWE, we'll see what you do.
I will say, I do firmly believe that AEW can hang, at least for a while.
Yeah, you said that about TNA too.
I give them 6 months.
I give them a year, maybe 2. Depends on how much more money they keep throwing out. They gave Jake Hager a bunch of fucking money.
Yeah,
they gave
did,
Jericho a bunch of money and freedom. Creative freedom.
Fucking
So...
Moxley, they probably gave a shit ton of
Oh
money
yeah, they
too.
gave him a shitload. So that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to outspend...
But you talk about
themselves.
House Divided, though. With Moxley and his wife.
Oh
Two
yeah.
different
Yeah.
brands.
Yeah.
Two different companies.
Long as they don't do her shitty like they did AJ Lee.
God.
They did her fucking dirty when Punk left. Now, granted, they both left in way different ways.
Yeah.
Moxley wrote out his contract
Yep.
and said, "No, I'm not resigning. I don't give a fuck how much money you throw. I'm out. Bye."
Whereas Punk was talking about real shit.
"Fuck you! I'm out the door. Kiss my motherfucking ass."
But he's coming back, apparently.
He's going
That's
to be
someone
hosting he's going to be hosting a Fox show with Renee Young and Booker T about.
Well, apparently
It's going to be essentially a commentary show on the WWE events going on that Fox is going to put on, like they would do with football or MMA or whatever. It's going to be like that. He's not coming back to wrestle. He won't be on TV with them probably. I would guess they're going to try to throw some money at him over time and try to get him to do one more match.
Oh, because if you recall that one episode of Raw where he was up on the stage and he sat there and they actually gave him a live mic and he aired out his real beef.
Yeah, but there's been debate about that for a long time that they were like, all right, you can touch on these things, but that we think it was still within some form of control and it was just a big work. Don't know. Only they know that. That's one of the things Punk's never really commented on, if you notice. If you go look at an interview, he won't ever really go into detail about that. If he does, he plays on it like he would in character, and no one's asked him about it since he left.
True.
Everybody was just focused on why'd you leave. Blah,
Yeah.
Blah, blah. So, I don't know. There's still a very large possibility that entire thing was a work. Otherwise,
Like it could have been very possible. It could have been kayfabe.
Kayfabe.
Or kayfabe. True.
Otherwise, why would they have tried to repeat it in terrible fashion with other wrestlers?
Like Kevin Owens, for example.
They've tried to do it, and it doesn't have the same effect. It's like, Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah.
But how long do you actually think Shane will be gone?
Shane, I don't know what's going on. What do you mean?
They had a match last night between him and KO.
And a ladder match.
Whoever won, the other guy is terminated.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shane lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I hadn't been paying attention or keeping up. Who fucking knows? A few months, maybe. Couple months. I don't know.
Actually, speaking of which, there was a graphic that I saw from our archive like 2 or 3 weeks prior with the draft coming up next Friday, and there's a photo that I saw where on the SmackDown side it had Brock as WWE champion, which did happen, but on the other side of it, it was Bray Wyatt with the Universal title. So I'm thinking after what happened last night, Bray's gonna win at Hell in a Cell and be Universal champion.
Probably, which is fucking dumb, but whatever. Like I said, I don't understand what they're doing with the shit. I'm not on board with people they're pushing and where they're pushing. Yeah. I don't like it.
Well, and even with Vince being so hard set on doing the brain split again, I don't get it. It's stupid.
It is stupid.
That's just why I'll be done with WWE if they start mixing in people again after the draft.
Yeah, after they do the split.
They just need to stop the brand split thing. It's dumb.
It's like all the other sports. You got, for instance, Cowboys. Mm-hmm. Dak Prescott, he can't be a QB for all the other teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like I said, they need to just quit that shit altogether. I was so happy in, what was it, 05, 06, they finally did away with it. Maybe it was a little later than that. But whenever they finally were like, all right, we're done with this crap, I was like, yeah, thank God, it's so dumb. But then they went right back to it. Like, the first ever. Like, no, motherfucker, y'all did that shit before. What do you mean first ever? Yeah.
Twice before.
Like, what the fuck do you mean first ever brand split, you dumb motherfucker? Whatever.
Well, but think of you and I have talked about it before, and Vince knows for full well that the attention span of the audience is like that of a damn goldfish.
Well, but they're always trying to draw in younger kids, too, which is why they're still grasping onto the PG thing. They're losing their older audience and trying to gain a newer, younger audience.
Well, this is why
a lot of them don't even know that happened. Well, so then it is the first time.
And this whole PG thing is why me and Jacob like watching AEW like they do.
No, it's whatever. I can't anymore. I just can't do it. But anyway,
anyway,
Asahi Black, super delicious. Premiere Smackdown. I absolutely loved watching Brock Lesnar squash the piss out of Kofi Kingston. That was crunk. I don't know where they're going to go with it, but I'm sure they're going to ruin it down the road. So WWE, good luck with Smackdown on Fox. Hope you make it past the first year of your 3-year deal. We're going to go ahead and bounce for this episode, y'all. This actually turned out to be a bit more fun than I thought it was going to be, and also way longer than I thought it was going to be. So we're going to go ahead and check out. And next up, we've got another Japanese import beer that I'm dying to try. So we're going to be doing that. And it is, I'm not going to say what it is. I'm just going to show y'all when we do it. So thank you for joining us for episode 32 of Drinkin Buddies. We are back. Gonna try and start doing this regularly again like we were doing, but we'll see what happens, because shit happens, life happens, people are busy. BHD, PUD, and Mr. Jacob, and we're
Cyclops.
Cyclops, there you go. Yeah, we'll explain that one on the next one. So yeah, BHD, PUD, and Mr. Cyclops. So we're out of here for this episode, guys. We'll see y'all next time.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Almost. Wait,
Almost.
I'm over here. Hold on. Wait. Yeah.
Almost.